and typing. Welcome everyone to my newest video. So today I'll be ranking all of the iPhones. Now, side story. I had already ranked the iPhones from the 2G to the X, but the project got corrupted, which caused me to lose the entire progress on my tier list. So I'll just have to restart this. I have a recording of the old one, I might even post it. Let's just hope that doesn't happen with this one. So let's just restart. I'm not sure if the tiers will match the old one. But first off, the iPhone 2G. For a first phone, it was pretty good. I'm putting it on the A tier. I know it looks like a toy, but it was genuinely a hit when it was released. iPhone 3G. Now, in the original tier list, I had to put this one in the A tier, but shifted it into the B tier due to it always being low on A tier. It added the 3G to iPhone. Other than that, I can't really come up with something else that it did that I can give it credit for. The iPhone 3GS is a C tier phone. It didn't change much from its predecessor, other than a better processor. iPhone 4. Where the hell am I going? This iPhone goes into the A tier and sits there with the iPhone 2G. It did have a pretty decent design change, including flat edges. Along with the selfie camera, that was a pretty neat upgrade. Other than that, I can't think much of things that it did. But, whatever. Let's just continue. I want to get the ones that I already graded over fast. iPhone 4S. Now, the main feature of it was Siri, which I'm pretty sure also came onto the iPhone 4. But it's getting a spot in the C tier. And I've actually seen software being mentioned as a main feature elsewhere. Samsung Galaxy S24. What was that? Yeah, whatever. iPhone 5. Wait. The iPhone 5 was a pretty big shift to the iPhone. It had a bigger display. It was overall just better than the older iPhones. So it's getting a comfortable spot in the S tier. iPhone 5C. Woo. Now, this iPhone. What? Okay, this iPhone was the first iPhone I ever had. But other than that, I can't think much of things that could make it better. I'm currently torn whether to put it into the E or D tier. I put it into the D tier in the original tier list, the failed one. But here I'm putting it into the D tier still. But it's pretty low on there, honestly. iPhone 5S. It introduced Touch ID. I can give credit for that. iPhone 6. Yeah. We're getting into the big screens. 4.7 and 5.5 inches for the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, respectively. It gets a spot in the A tier. iPhone 6s, coming after a very successful phone. The iPhone 6s didn't change much from that very successful phone. I'm saying successful because it was the best seller iPhone. So, I'm putting this one in the C tier. I'm pretty sure I put it in the C tier last time too. I don't know if I can count this as the last time. I literally did that like 10 minutes ago. iPhone SE one. It's a B tier phone. I would have put it into the C tier if it wasn't for the fact that it started the whole SE trend, even when iPhones weren't overpriced. But I'm keeping it in here. It was a pretty decent phone anyway. iPhone 7. It refined the iPhone design. It actually looks better on the back now. It also had a decent amount of color options. I'm putting it into the A tier. I think I put it there 10 minutes ago too. iPhone 8. We're getting close to where I left off. So, the iPhone 8 is a B tier phone. It didn't change much compared to the iPhone 7, which came a year before it. So, it's sitting there. The iPhone 10, or X, I like to call it X more, on the other hand, was another shift phone, likewise to the iPhone 5. So, for that, it's getting placed in the S tier. I think above the 5. I'm gonna change up the order later. I don't feel like doing it right now. But anyways, we're finally at the point that comes after the point when the clip crashed and I lost the tier list. So, iPhone XR. This is the second iPhone that I had. And it was a pretty good one. I'm putting it in the A tier. I consider it a kind of spiritual successor to the iPhone 5C. It's pretty similar to it, but actually good this time. Also, it had more colors than the iPhone 5C, which was literally a phone designed for color. But anyways, it's staying in the A tier. It's pretty good. iPhone XS. You know what? This phone is in the C tier. Just like the other copycat phones. One copycat might end up lower. Oh no. You'll see. The iPhone XS didn't bring much changes from the 10. It did have a bigger variation though. iPhone 11. I feel like this is the iPhone that started the modern design of iPhones. I still see it in current use with some people. It's a pretty good. I imagine it being high A tier once I shuffle up the rankings to actually look like. Also, the Ace tier is getting pretty filled. I sound like the Burger King foot lettuce guy. Do I? I don't know. I don't know. iPhone 11 Pro. This was the first iPhone with 3 cameras on the back. Pretty cool, huh? So, like, oh. And that started a camera war. A camera war. Yeah. Well, it's going into the A tier. The A tier is going to explode soon. Let's keep that in mind. And make it bigger. It's now a big tier. Wow. A. S, A, B, C, D, F, type in. So next up, we have the C2. It was a pretty decent upgrade from the original SC, but I'm putting it in the same tier as the original SC. It still kept an old design, which was borrowed from the iPhone 8, which is also here. You guys, you're twins, say hi to each other. So I can't think of much the other things it did other than make the design a bit more modernized. iPhone 12. With the iPhone 12, we see the return of flat edges, which is very welcome. I'm putting it in the A tier. It also introduced the mini phone, which is pretty good. I just hope it returns as the SD4. Yeah, mini phone. That's it. iPhone 12 Pro. It's a pretty decent phone. I'm putting it in the A tier. I'm not sure if I'm even gonna do a rearrangement. Sure, some phones are supposed to be higher and some are supposed to be lower, but I can't really do much about it. I'm too lazy. I'm go crazy. Not go crazy. The iPhone 13 is also a pretty good phone. It changed up the camera layout into diagonal. And yeah. It also made the notch smaller, which is very welcome. Yeah. iPhone 13 Pro. The iPhone 13 Pro Max was one of the iPhones that I've had. Yeah, it's a very good phone overall. I'm putting it in the S tier. We sure are getting close to the end. iPhone SE3. No, this one is completely ridiculous. Do you see any changes? I don't. It's completely ridiculed. The only thing that's improved is a processor update. Now, even though I did give some copycats the good hand, I'm not giving this one that. It did not change anything from its predecessor other than a little processor boost. Get in thy bin now. Like, that design, it's just so old. It doesn't deserve to be here. iPhone 14. Now, I could have put it into the C tier with the other copycats since it didn't change much compared to the iPhone 13, but I can give it one thing. It was pretty aesthetically pleasing. So, I'm giving it a B tier, even though it's a pretty low one. iPhone 14 Pro. The iPhone 14 Pro gave us some pretty needed changes, like a 48 megapixel camera for absolutely quality and banger photos, along with the dynamic island, which, even if it's a gimmick, I really like it. So it's getting a solid spot in the A tier. Now, we're at the two last ones. iPhone 15. The iPhone 15 is a pretty good phone. It borrows the dynamic island from the Pro and puts it onto the base model. The colors are a bit faded, but they're still pretty good. And it just looks nice, along with it having the 48 megapixel camera from the 14 Pro. I give it an A tier. It's very solid. iPhone 15 Pro. Lasso tool, stop misbehaving. Dude, I did not select you. No, you didn't shift. So, the iPhone 15 Pro is the iPhone that I currently use as my second daily driver. It's a very great phone. It looks aesthetically pleasing. It has a very cool background. It made the iPhone more durable, even though some people like jerry rig. I'm kind of broke the back. But that's kind of the thing with titanium. It has 3 times more tensile strength than aluminum, just like I mentioned. So, I've had basically no problems when using it. So, it's an S tier phone, a very good one. So, this is how the ranking looks like. So, now let me just say the actual order out. First place, iPhone 15 Pro, a very good phone, but I might be biased for it since I have it currently. iPhone 13 Pro, second place, a very great. It's a phone that I have used for about 7 months. iPhone X, a seismic shift phone which revolutionized the design of iPhones. Third place. Fourth place, iPhone 5, also revolutionized the design of iPhones in a way. iPhone 11, fifth place, a very good phone, one which brought us into the modern era. iPhone 14 Pro, sixth place, a really good phone. No, with a lot of features that I really like. I don't know anything else to say, so I'ma just mention them in order. iPhone 15, iPhone XR, iPhone 12 and iPhone 11 Pro, iPhone 12 Pro, iPhone 13, iPhone 7, iPhone 5S, iPhone 4, iPhone 6, iPhone 2G, iPhone 3G, iPhone SE, iPhone 8, iPhone 14, actually iPhone 14 above the iPhone 8, I think, and iPhone SE 2. C tier, iPhone 3GS, iPhone 4S, iPhone 6S, iPhone 10S. They're all the S phones. All the S phones are here. Except the 5S, which actually changed up a good amount of things. D tier, iPhone 5C. And the terrible iPhone SE3. Please fix the iPhone SE. I'm hoping that all the rumors are true. It's been poor quality for too long, and we need a change. So yeah, that's my iPhone tier list. Have fun and goodbye. Charge up, Apple Pencil. You've done some good work.